Hi, we're Ada and Daryl.
And welcome to the Turner's Flipside YouTube channel. So we started out this morning, early morning walk. We're on our way to the Malecon, which is a lakeside walkway trail. And you can see we have Miko with us.
It's a beautiful, brisk morning, enjoying the weather. The temperature is perfect for walking. And so we're strolling along one of the residential streets, as you can see, and most of the homes are behind walls or gates or fences. Lots of vegetation on both sides of the wall, actually. And this is a development that's within about 3 blocks of where we live. This is a gated community, and it's lakeside. It's right up to the lake. And for people that prefer to live in a gated community, I guess that's where they can enjoy that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, and as we walk along, we really enjoy looking at how ornate, how colorful, how beautiful some of the structures, the homes are, and how creative they are with their gardening and so forth. This looks like a large estate. It's a beautiful piece of property, very well manicured and trimmed. And as I was looking, I wanted to kind of zoom in on the home so you could get an idea of some of the beautiful homes that they have here in this area.
This is a single residence, and you really can't appreciate how lush this area is because it really is a large piece of property and it has vegetation throughout. It's just an amazing piece of property to see.
Yeah.
And there's fruit trees along the route. There's fruits growing from the trees hanging overhead all along the walkways. You see people sometimes picking the fruit from the trees as you're walking down the street.
Yeah. So we're headed like down toward the lake.
And the lake is there at the end of the street. As you can see, there's along the way you see these gates along the street, and those are to other residences. Every residence has a courtyard. When you first step through the gate, there's a grassy area. Some of the gates have a car port just inside, but they always have a grassy area just inside the gate as well.
Yeah, and if you notice, the streets are cobblestone. So that's in this particular area, most of the streets are cobblestone or gravel.
Yeah, we live in between Chapala and Ahahika, and those two towns are bigger. Chapala's streets are mostly stone paving, flat stone paving, but here in San Antonio, it's more of a cobblestone. And it's just a different kind of feel. I enjoy walking along the streets here as long as they're reasonably well maintained, and it's just a really nice area, especially this time of morning when the air is nice and clear. The humidity is always low in this area, but it's especially low first thing in the morning when the sun is just getting ready to come up.
And to the right here, you can see like a little basketball court. Further down, I don't know if you can see it, is a play area for small children, slides and swings.
And we're approaching the Malecon, and this is a paved area. It's concrete paving. It's a combination of concrete and stones. It's decorative and it's ornate, and it's really nicely done. And every city or town along the lake has one of these, whether it be large or small. It seems to be a regular feature around the lake.
Yeah, and some of the Malecons, like the one in Chapala, around Lake Chapala, is a lot more festive. There are a lot of vendors along the way, and like people selling jewelry and clothes, food vendors and music. So it's a little bit more festive. This is a more serene, quiet Malecon area.
So they have a nice little shoreline. It's not a beach. It's just it's nice to look at the lake. Some people get in and swim. Some people get in and fish and boat. There's a few islands out in the lake You can actually take a boat to the islands and do a little day trip. And we'll talk about that more in a future video, and probably take a trip to one of the islands so you can see what one of those are like. Here they have little areas that you can sit down at. There's Nico's, he's out there enjoying the wide open area, and sometimes we'll let him loose off the leash and let him run. A lot of the people here let their dogs off the leash. There's no leash laws in the area.
See the sunrise?
Yeah, it's coming up here behind those trees.
Pretty.
Very pretty, and as we stroll along here, it's just a great time to be out in the morning. The dogs, most of the dogs in the areas do not use leashes.
Well, there he is. There's Daryl, being the photographer forever, taking beautiful shots of some of the scenic areas along the way.
All the Malecons have artwork around them as well, and this one doesn't have as much as the others typically do. They always have something artistic, and they always have nice vegetation and often flowers and things like that as well.
Yeah, in another video we'll do a tour of the Malecon at Hokotepec. Really gorgeous. Now that one, they have a lot of beautiful art features, so in another video we'll capture that particular Malecon.
Now, one of the owners, this Malecon backs up to private property, and so you have homes in the distance there that are yards of the homes that are adjacent to the Malecon. And so one of the owners happens to have horses, and so his horses graze on the grass here in Malecon. And so you'll see this horse here, and then there's one or two additional horses along the way. And that sunrise is just really coming in nicely.
So beautiful the way it's shining down towards
So this is one of the smaller Malecons we've seen. San Antonio is a small town, very small town, and so this Malecon isn't very extensive, but it's there for the public to enjoy whenever they wish to. A lot of people walk this in the morning. That's their morning stroll, or some people will jog along these.
we had to get those yellow flowers in the background. Look at that sunrise. Oh my gosh.
And there's the property adjacent to the Malecon. Little birds enjoying a wade in the water. And those yards that...
Did you say that's a seagull? Is it?
It's a...
It's a different kind.
It's not a seagull. It's the name is escaping me right now. It's one of those water birds.
Okay, that works. That's good enough for me.
And this Malecon turns into a bridge crossing. So they kind of mix up the materials used at the Malecon, this Malecon, which gives you some variety along your walk.
Okay, well that's it. That's all we're sharing today. Thank you so much for joining us on our morning walk on the Malecon, watching the sunrise.
We enjoyed bringing this to you, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that button below.
Hasta luego.
Adios.